What's going on, everybody? This is Hunter. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today I'm down at a pretty darn interesting spot here in Elkhart, Indiana, getting ready to shoot a whole bunch of east to west. And I mean, look what they set up for me. Pretty darn incredible. Now this tour is going to be on a no slide rear desk setup. It's actually pretty darn unique for the size. I think that there's going to be few floor plans that actually beat this. This is the 2025 Della Terra 200RD, and again, that stands for rear desk, possibly a rear dinette, but it's kind of a desk dinette situation where you got the two bar stools and then, you know, a jackknife sofa, things of that nature. But this is going to be perfect for the person that wants to do a little bit of traveling but staying light, that also has the versatility of possibly bringing, you know, a grandkid or the occasional buddy. Like a lot of customers that I used to sell to in the past that do like a lot of hunting and things of that nature, this thing would be absolutely perfect. Now I'm going to go ahead and put the specifications and the specifications and the floor plan up on the screen so that way you can check that out. And of course, as always, if you guys are interested in purchasing this, I'm going to put a link down for Funtown RV so that way you guys can check out some pricing and access, you know, one of their 28 or 28 plus locations, however many they got there. But let's go ahead and get on into the tour. Again, this is the 2025 east to west Della Terra 200RD, and it's pretty darn snazzy. So I sold these about 2 years ago, sold a ton of them. They really reworked the decor, and I know it's not too crazy as far as the coloring, but I really like the black, white, and gray. I think it transitions really well. You also see it's going to be dual axle here too, and then the dry weight is 4,935 pounds, so you can really tow this by a whole lot of different towing vehicles, which is nice. Another unique thing to Della Terra, this is what they call stick and tin. You know, it's a aluminum siding, wood built frame, but the interior wall construction is actually going to be 3 inches. And then for the studding, most manufacturers, or really I think every single one that I know of that does the wood frame construction, is using 2x2s. They actually use 2x3s. So I'm sure that adds in a little bit of weight, a little bit of cost, but you know, I'm no carpenter, but having the thicker wood there has got to have some benefits to you. Now this is a really straight shooter, simplified floor plan. I mean, as you can see, this is really what you're looking at, but talk about, you know, a single person traveling or a, you know, just a couple, kind of a get me done status, but you have this jackknife sofa right here. So this is going to lay down, provide some extra sleeping. You got some pretty good storage, a ton of window coverage, even got a little bit of overhead storage too for some knickknacks. But I mean, this is where I think the floor plan is really nice because obviously I do editing videos. I travel quite a bit. This is kind of the setup that that I personally would like if I could, you know, one day afford to, you know, hit the road and travel everywhere I go, as opposed to, you know, begging people like east to west to get me a hotel. I just think it's super neat. I love the fact you got a TV backer directly across from the recliner. So this is where, you know, I'm sitting here, and so you can get a reference of size. Let me scoot over to the side here. You know, I'm a bigger guy, and I fit in here just fine. And then also more for size reference here too. I mean, you can see, even though there's no slide, you have pretty good space to be moving and grooving, which is nice. But back over to this desk, you got plenty of outlets. You got 2 bar stools that I didn't set up there, but a great place to eat and get some work done. The windows are massive. They're going to be tinted. Let's see what it's got as far as shades are concerned. So you have the pull down shades, which are nice. They're a little bit less expensive, again, keeping the cost down, but they do a good job of, you know, getting the Dracula on, you know, stopping the old skin from sizzling and keeping some nosy eyes out. So that's pretty nice. But there is a ton of outlets in this, and the windows just keep going on and on and on. Storage drawer on roller guide. So basically, just means not a piece of junk. You got your the Bluetooth driven. I've never actually used that before, but most of these Bluetooth speakers are pretty darn good these days. But you do have the charging for that right here, which is pretty darn nice. Flip it around. Tons of countertop space. It's also going to be that hard wrap plastic, that heat adhered one, which, babe, if you're watching, I love you. And then you're also going to get the residential 12-volt refrigerator. Now, on the Della Terras, being a more entry-level price point, you know, with, I think, some high-end looks to it, to be honest with you, but they have a solar package, basically, you can get. It comes with a 200-watt solar panel. It is not standard, so if that's something that you want, make sure to ask. They do come prepped for it, and you can link up to 400 watts. But their solar package, if you do opt for it, will be 200 watts. And since this is a 12-volt, it will run off of, you know, the solar, your battery, your truck when you're driving down the road, you know, the works there. So you got a little bit of maybe off-roading you can do. You know, it won't power up things for too long on the solar, but it'll help keep the lights on over at night. 3-top burner to whip up all the fixin' with the glass cooktop too, which I think is pretty darn snazzy. Little baby oven. I like to see bigger ovens, but again, this isn't the most expensive camper, and you're not going to get, you know, a residential size oven in every RV for sure. Some people flat out just don't want to pay for it. You got your fuse box right down here, which is nice. No vents in the floor, so that's going to be where your ducting is for your heat as well. So you have your light, your fan. You got kind of the backsplash is looking nice, kind of that like basically like a really nice sticker pretty much, but it kind of gives that nice little breakup for it, that little classic brick look. A little guy here for the microwave, but you got everything you need, including frozen vegetable mode and potato mode. Oh, you even got fresh vegetable mode. You got so many different veggies options. You're ready to rock. You get a couple more plywood drawer boxes. So there you go. They also use a 5/8 tongue and groove decking as well. Little glass insert there too. That's nice. Got the mirror for the bowling gun, baby. But I mean, you got my Casey's cup. So Casey, shout out. Thanks for keeping me juiced up. I got today, surprised I'm not more jacked up. I bought the Rooster Call, which is more caffeine. That thing gets you jumping. It's like 40 degrees, so I figured I need the extra boost today. Stainless steel under-mounted bowl with the little drying doodad. And then you got the faucet hitting those dishes from one angle. And then here up underneath, let's see what we're working with. Not bad. No place for a trash can, so you have to figure out that. But I do like how it is separated. I think maybe in the future, you know, I personally would probably knock out one side, put a trash can in there, and then use the other side for, you know, my different storages and things of that nature. So again, 3-inch thick wall. I don't know why the roof mounted AC. I don't even know why they advertise that. That's pretty much a standard unless you're, you know, kind of in one of those like 12 footers. Really nice size shower though for a travel trailer. I like that because as a bigger guy, you know, some of these travel trailers can get pretty rough. But as you can see here, hopefully I'm using that new little camera thing. Really good space. I'm also 6 feet tall, probably 6'1" with shoes on. And you can see I'm like running about 6'4" or so. But I mean, heck, you got plenty of room. And then you got that. You go, oh. See here, we got another mirror, another gun. Yeah, shooting 26 units here in 3 days. So wish me luck on my sanity. I'm on about unit 6. First one for today, but I got a long day ahead of me. Suburban on-demand hot water heater. So that's nice. They introduced that into the lineup. So if you're not familiar, basically, if you're someone that likes to take long showers, you know, you don't have to worry about the tank running out on you as long as you have propane. You got hot and quick, you know, water. Now, I used to think it was an instant because that's how they advertise it. And I was corrected by one of you guys, so I appreciate your feedback. And then I confirmed it with a rep. It's not instant water. It is very quick water, so it probably takes you about a minute or so to get it. King bed in the entire East to West lineup. If it's a Murphy bed, will it not be a king? So I love that. I mean, we got a king at home, and it's just really nice to have that extra little space, that extra little luxury. Plus, you can still, you know, move around in here too, which is nice. I mean, you know, you can see right here, if I put it down a little bit, I mean, you can see I'm doing a sideways scoot, but you got enough room in a north to south bed, and typically, I would say you don't really get that. Usually it's squished over, you know, maybe all the way up against the wall. Let me flip this camera back around here for you. You got the TV backer located right here with all the plugins. You're also going to have RV link. What is that? Okay, so for the Wi-Fi, so it's pre-prepped for the Wi-Fi. Outlets, USB, Universal C on both sides as well with the countertop size. So that way, you know, you can put, you know, whatever you'd like. A little bit of room for some hanging items there. And then over up on top, you know, you got plenty of overhead storage. But pretty darn cool. I mean, what do you guys think? I know it's a no-slide unit, but I think it packs a heck of a punch. Now, right here is going to be your controls for the RV. So you have your awning in and out. You got your awning lights, your interior lights, your water pump, and then, of course, all your tank levels where you can check out and see what is going on there. Make sure it's not, you know, too full or anything of that nature. Plus, you got your little fire hydrant right there. All right, so now we're back here on the outside. Now, again, it's the 2025 East to West Della Terra 200RD. Pretty darn snazzy floor plan. I think a lot of you guys are going to like it. This is definitely on something that I would consider if I was looking for a little zipper in and out, baby. But all those specifications, once again, will be down in the description, along with a link for Funtown RV and some of their locations. Now, here heading up into the front, you have your power tongue jack. Your propane tanks, you're going to get two 20-pounders, so pretty classic. You have room for 2 batteries, no problem. Right now we got the, you know, the one a rocking. You also have the rock guard, so the rocks aren't rocking. And then the metal front cap. I think that is looking pretty darn nice. Here up underneath, let's see what we got going on. So there you go. Bada bing, bada boom. You also have the manual stabilizing jacks, and you do get a pretty good amount of pass-through storage too, which is really nice. You got your manual crank there to help you out, and then of course, you know, your different lighting. Pretty classic, but I do like how they run the linoleum all the way through. The awning is going to be of fairly good size. That'll be down in the description as well, but I'm going to guess probably somewhere around that 15-foot mark or so. That is a pretty good size awning for this size camper. You got a friction hinge door, and then you also have your screen. Plus you're going to see you have the MORryde step above, so not those flimsy steps. So the people with the round bellies of the world will definitely enjoy that a hair more. Plus you have the extra large grab handle to help you get in and out. Another thing that they're doing is the suspension is going to be a little bit different there too as well. So you can see that. Bada bing, bada boom. But the dual axle, Lions Head 125 lifetime warranty on the tires itself. So 1 year, no excuses, 2 years roadside complimentary assistance, 5-year warranty on the radial ST tires, lifetime on the structure of the wheel itself there too. So take that for what it is. You got a couple outlets, you have your cable hookup, and then you got it says pet friendly right there. Let me show you that. Pet friendly. I don't know if that's really all that pet friendly because it's a leash. You're holding your pets down there, but it is nice to have. Oh, look at that. Got a little place to crack open a cold can of apple juice. Now, it's been 3 months since I've had any apple juice in my life. Down about 25 pounds or so over the last 40 days. Busting it. Neighbor had a baby, so we've been working out. That dude's like a former bodybuilder or something. Freaking did leg day like 5 days ago, and I'm still sore. You had your spray port right there. You got your bumper, spare tire, backup camera prep, and then the Lippert on-the-go ladder, which if you're not familiar, it's basically a ladder prep to get on top of the roof, so that way you can check your seals, check your slides. I recommend getting up there about every 3 months or so and making sure everything is on the up and up. You don't have any slides to worry about maintenance, so it's really just checking the caulking. The roof has one of those limited lifetime warranty type deals where the material itself is for life. Suburban, so right there, that's the back end of that on-demand water heater. That's gonna be where you plug in the unit. And then of course, you got your low point drains, your your poop tank cleaner, what the heck you call that thing? Black tank flush, right there. And then you have your fresh water located right here, and you do get a pretty darn snazzy docking station. So hot and cold water in the form of an outside shower, a place to get outside access here, and then your battery disconnect, city water connection, outlets, and cable there too as well. Here are going to be the overall Stato-Roonies. But pretty darn snazzy, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you that have made it this far. If you don't mind, hit that like and subscribe button for me. But again, my name is Hunter, and this is the 2025 East to West Della Terra 200RD. Hope you guys have a great day. See you.